Day 4, just after 7, it's my latest start. Probably in a long time. It was pouring out. Now we get a little bit of a break in the weather. Everybody else is just getting up. I'm like, I wish I'd gone over the mountain, but then I'd have been tenting in my tent, and it would have been a nasty night. So I stayed warm, stayed dry. So I'm a little bit late on trail, but since I've been doing big miles, I got, bonus squirreled away, so to speak. So we'll see how many we can do today. If we can do 20, we're going to bang out another 20. Make the last 2 days a little bit easier. But I think we're back to Vermud. This is the trail I remember from July. Oh, waterfall. I don't know why I'm worried about stepping on rocks. My feet are soaked, which helps keep the friction down, which helps keep the burning from the blisters and such down. Gotta take the good with the bad. Good note, there's plenty of water. As I'm still making my way to the top of Stratton Mountain. Well, I think I might be the tower right there, or a tower. In this case, we're going to go up it, take a little bit of a break. Yeah, we made it. There's some other shack there. Maximum 4 people at one time. Yeah, I can't really sleep up here anyhow. The door's open. Missing windows. That's the view you're gonna get. So I'm gonna take a quick break, get some phone information done, contact some people, and get back on trail. I saw a sign there. I did just about 6 miles so far. See, this is what I'm talking about. If it was nice weather, there's a nice, I wouldn't call it a stealth spot. It's right on the trail, and there's something up ahead. I can't tell if it's a road or not. Just past 2 northbounders. I don't know if they're just sectioning. I don't get it, man. Rainy and cold, but they're in t-shirts. Okay. I prefer to try to stay dry and keep the hypothermia away, but it probably just started from here. So they'll be in for a rude awakening when they get on top of Stratton Mountain. .6. The first shelter since this morning, so that'll put me at 9.6. So we'll see how easy this trail is relatively, and if it's nice, we're still going to bang some miles out today. I'm going to have to stop and look where the next shelter is, so should I need that for tonight. But if the weather wants to break on me and give me sunny skies and dry out, I'll sleep in my tent. Yeah, nice. I don't think water's going to be a problem for the remainder of my trip. Well, a nice little spot. I wonder if I stayed here on my AT hike. I don't remember. I wasn't really a shelter rat, so I had to stay somewhere where there was water. Plenty of it here. Alright, made it. Story Spring Shelter. It's around 12:30. Take a quick break. Alrighty, back on trail. Little brief break. Talked to a guy from Tennessee. His wife's having some sort of seminar thing she does up here. So he's doing a couple days on the long trail. And he's heading to the next shelter, which is like 4.3 miles away. My goal, I think it's the Goddard shelter, up on top of the mountain, little mountain, is 8.9 miles away. It's just about 1 o'clock. That will put me at my 20-mile mark. Just gonna get through all this nastiness. There's a tower. This might have been one I was thinking about. It appeared bigger, with more space. I'm going to put a few tents in here. It doesn't look like they're crapping on that. I just can't go up on that. 5 o'clock on the nose, and this, my friends, is a wonderful sight. There are plenty of, looks like tenting areas if need be, but I don't think need will be. Might be water that way. Blue sign. Nice. It's like water that way. Nobody here. All up in here. I think I'll park my butt right there for the night. Morning, it is day 5. It is probably around 6:45. Oop, just scared a grouse. So glad I was in that shelter last night, because man, you can't really tell from that last video of my clothes. But one time I'm trying to sleep and the clothes are just blowing all over, and I'm thinking, I'm going to lose my clothes. And then the wind shifted to the back of the shelter and it downpoured, and it was so loud. It was like a freight train. I did have company. A young guy named Peter. He's still sleeping. He's trying to do it in 21 days, but he said the last time he left camp it was 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, that must be nice, but yeah, doing the math. I can't quite get, the app says I got 24 miles, but looking at the map, it looks like it's more to get out on tomorrow. So in spite of me thinking I was going to do like a 14-miler to one shelter, I think I'm going to push to the very last shelter on the long trail, which will put me at my normal 19 to 20. And then I can figure out what I got. It still looks like I got about a 4-mile hike out in the morning, but that's not bad. I'd rather do that than like a 10-miler. So I'll push the hard miles today again. I think I got most of the big climbing is over with. I mean, there'll still be ups and downs all day, but if I just keep this pace up and the rain doesn't come back, we'll be good. I do have my puffy jacket on because it's a little chilly, and I don't want to have to swap it out to the rain jacket if I don't have to. So let's get going. Alrighty then. Nothing to see, folks. Still foggy out. That's the life sometimes in the green tunnel. No views. Somebody ditched their gear. I have to let somebody know because I'm not carrying it. Looks like that's why they ditched it. They didn't want the heavy weight. We'll have to report that to somebody. Oh, it looks like we have a view for you. Ah, no we don't. Maybe later. Alright, not much of views today, but you know, I'll give you something. There's a nice little, call it a stealth spot, but I don't call it stealth when it's right on trail, but you know, you're supposed to leave no trace when you leave. However, they did, so now it's a stealth spot. So that would have been nice, you know, if you don't want to stay at the shelter. Because I haven't made it to the shelter yet. The first shelter is, according to the sign, at the last one was 8.5 miles. I know I haven't done that yet. And then it's going to be another 10 something past that. So, got a big push ahead. And, you know, aches, pains. I got chafing where I don't want chafing. But I ain't going to be able to get any medical attention until I get off this wet and dismal trail. It's just been a series of PUDs since Tuesday. Pudsville. So unfortunately I can't give you much for views. I can just rant and rave, but yeah, so I'm just plugging along. Gonna go till I get to that second cabin. And I haven't had one by myself yet, so I'm hoping I get lucky, but I'm afraid that if it's because it's Friday and the weather's supposed to turn for the better, that there may be a bunch of weekend warriors there. It's so close to the city, in which case I will be tenting for the evening because I want to get up and get out at the crack of dawn. So we just keep on keeping on. Much as this is a nice view, this is pause for reflection. I have to find a way across it. And I just met a Nobo hiker. So she must have come across somewhere. Took that route. Got a little bit damp on this ride, but it's the AT, so all good. A couple of stealth spots right near the river on both sides. Even better. My feet are already wet, so it doesn't matter. That's all you got. I've done my 8. Hammock camper. Got to the shelter. Now to do the remaining, I think 11. Got some water. Gonna suck that down and have something to eat. Making my way to Route 9. I was hoping I would miss this section. What goes down must go up. So in spite of everybody saying it gets easier for you, not when you're trying to make miles and you're hurting and it's a rock scramble. That looks like a nice river. There's some significance to the other side, which I will share with you in a little bit. Sight a snake on the first day and a fisher probably on day 2. That's the creatures I've seen. Yeah, so there's a bridge over there. A couple guys over there. Route 9. Goes down, must go up. Thankfully, unless there's another parking area, I don't see any cars. Now there's some over there. Maybe the guys on the bridge. I'm hoping if there's any weekend warriors They're going in the other direction. I don't know if that's not the camp I'm going to. I'm gonna check the app. I'm pretty sure I got another 8 miles. So, take a quick break, and once again, my new camera cover is having reflections. So, 2022, I was coming down here. I had a 14-mile day, and I was texting my wife saying, kidding around with it, saying, hey, can you come get me, and all this stuff. And during the day, originally I said, I don't think I'm going to make 14 miles. And this is all rocky. This down and up on both sides is nothing but rocky steps. Slows you down. So later on in the day, I texted, I'm like, oh man, maybe I might make it. And then as I got closer, I did it again. When I got to like 1.5 miles to the road, could be at this very spot. So you're gonna come get me? And a couple of laughing emojis. And no sooner did I hit enter, I looked up and there was my dog staring up at me and my wife. So we came all the way down. I kind of scolded her from climbing this high, 1.5 miles up on this with the dog. The dog was a puppy. So we get down there, it's like 6 o'clock. I'm thinking I'm still gonna make camp. So I said, what are we gonna do? She goes, I'm taking you home. I'm like, sweet. So in my 37 years of marriage, that is I think, the most spontaneous thing my wife has ever done. I am trying to get up here. There's some views in the background. But this uphill is like, considering, I got like 8 miles to go. I'll be doing that, and with a headlamp, it looks like, if I can't get to some nice flat or even down without the steepness. But Route 9 is not for the timid. Only taken 5 days, but got you some views. Look at that Katahdin. Springer, 12.5 to the Mass line, 2.5 to the other camp, but that's not where I'm going. Beauty. 10.5 miles. Not happening today. I just wanted to think about getting to the other one, but just met some weekend out back hikers, and they were saying that there's another couple aiming to head for the same shelter. So if I go there, the old tent will be out. Or when I get there, I'm going to check the Far Out app and see if they have any stealth sites, maybe a mile further down. And I'll just keep going a little bit. See how I feel. With the sun being out, that means it won't get dark so early. And at first we get past this other shelter. I'm like, it had to be about 2.5 miles by now, but it always seems longer than apparently it is. Finally, made it here. Not to this is not where I'm staying, but now I can continue on. Let's see if there's anybody here. Yep. .4 miles. It says 7.4. Has been moved. Awesome. Not sure what that means, but find out when we get there. Might mean I go another 2 miles. Nice little stealth site. Not for me at the moment. So just around where it drains out, there's 3 hikers. One I think is camping or looking for a spot by that tree. 2 are an older couple, about my age, from Tennessee. Repack, because he's always repacking. And Searching is her name. And they're the southbounders that I was told were going to the shelter down here. Well, the shelter down here was moved north 2.7 miles, which now makes it longer if I stay here to get into North Adams tomorrow. So, everybody's getting water back there because apparently there's no water at the camp. So now I'm lugging about 2.5 liters of water. I'm already pooped. So, I'm not sure if my theory would be correct, because I'm trying to think when I came through there, are there still flat spots where you could camp, where the old shelter used to be? So, I am pooped, loaded up on Skittles. I am going to, the shelter is 0.3 from here, then you gotta go into the woods. I'm really not interested in having to hike another whatever into the woods. So, I'm gonna make my way and just keep moseying. This will be the first time that I've done what I used to do on the Appalachian Trail, which is just stealth camp. It's the last shelter on the long trail. And I'm going to push another hour at least, see what I can find. I got water, so that's half the battle. Let's see what the trail provides.
That's all, folks.